it's Wolfy-Chan, and happy Halloween. This is the special video for Halloween that I had planned. It is top 5 anime you should watch on Halloween. Who'd have thunk, right? So, this one is my top ones that I watch every Halloween or a lot of times around Halloween. One, because they're scary and spooky, and two, just because I love them and they are horror-esque. So, as you can see, nothing yet. But give me a moment. I gotta press the button. Alright. Number 5. Deadman Wonderland. Sucky part, this may actually have a second season in Japan, but it hasn't come over to America. Or it doesn't have a second season. I really don't know, and that's the sad part. I watched the first season. This is amazing. When I looked up really good horror anime, this was on there. And I was like, good point. It's gory, it's bloody, it's everything. Truthfully, it is a lot of things. And it's really awesome. It starts off with our main guy who basically is just going to school and all of a sudden something bad happens and then it's blamed on him. Which I guess the big thing is nobody else lived in his classroom, so no one can tell him, like, no one can say, well, he didn't do it. He then goes into jail, which is Deadman Wonderland, and that is where he competes to live every day. And there's even a special thing, which, because it goes to the carnival, and it's like this prison is like its own little theme park. It's really creepy. But because he has special powers with his blood and stuff, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like in a birdcage, and he has to fight people that has his power as well. He then meets the white-haired girl, who is kind of my more favorite character. But she is also crazy. Sorry. But this is really good for Halloween. It's gory, it's bloody, it's So here is number 4, and this one, I like it, but it's also a classic. It is Vampire Princess Miyu, and I will admit, it is pretty different. And for at least me, it is pretty interesting. I have seen a couple reviews that people just don't like it. I think it was either because of the characters or something like that. But I thought it was a really good anime. It's all about Miyu, who's the vampire, and like kind of like a queen vampire almost. And I would almost say that the two kind of side characters that help her throughout this whole series is kind of like her Shikigami almost, because she can like summon them out of nowhere. And I believe his name is Laba. And so it's really interesting because her whole thing as being a vampire is she's a vampire hunter. And she kills vampires who are also kind of demon-like. And so she kills a lot of them that's been harming, like, humanity and people. And even the weirder part of it is that halfway or almost 3 or 4 episodes into it, it then switches to her going to school and doing all these kind of stuff, gaining friends, and then stuff happens and it's horrible. Won't spoil it, but I really enjoy this. I also like that her whole power is almost like, if she drinks blood, she makes you forget about everything. It is very strange, but also very interesting. And it's not as much of a scare thing as much as it's just got a really good story, and it is a bit darker in the anime department. The dub is a bit sketch, but I like it, so this one's up to you. Alright, on to number 3. And I'm over here clicking all the stuff because life. Alright, number 3 is Hellgirl, and this one I believe is a longer one, because if I remember right, it was very long, and I can't remember if it was split up into 2 seasons or just a longer running anime. I really do enjoy this one. This one, like, the beginning doesn't give you... It is horrifyingly creepy. Excuse that noise. It is horrifyingly creepy, strange, and weird, and everything. It's like everything kind of mixed into one. So I really love it. It's all about this girl getting revenge on people for other people. You go onto this website right at midnight, it pops up, you get this little doll, and you get Hellgirl herself, who basically tells you, hey, you can get revenge, but there's always consequences. I will drag them to hell, but when your time comes, you're going to hell as well. And truthfully, no offense, a lot of these people that are having things done to them, like, God, I understand why they decide to go to hell for that. Like, just people are mean and just, it's not okay. It's not okay, but, and with one of the episodes, it was this guy stalking her. And, like, the family tried everything, the police tried everything, but guess who the stalker is? A policeman. Jesus! So this is actually really horrifying, especially as the anime goes down into the depths of Hellgirl and herself. It's very interesting, very strange, and I believe she also has kind of Shikigami, because these people appear and help her take down these people. And they're like people, but they're dead, and it's a really big mix, and it's very strange. But I really would recommend this one if you're into something horror that has a great story, and like you sympathize for the characters so bad. Like that's this. Oh, and believe me, when you get to the ending, tell me in the comment section below. Tell me. All right, number 2 is buttons. Shiki. This one, I will admit, as I said in my review of Shiki, that I have not fully watched this one. And it's because it's horrifying. It's scary. Holy snap. It's just got an aura of everything that if you want it for Halloween, this is the anime. This is it. This is the one that you want to watch, that if you want to get your pants scared off of. And believe me, there's a reason why this is number 2. Even though I couldn't finish it. Like, it's just... and I really like the Vampire Queen. I really do. She's an interesting character. She talks about herself. She talks about the covenant that she's made. All these things. And I think the most horrifying part of it is, it's just... They've almost selected this little town knowing that it almost could just instantly go extinct. And they're okay with it. But of course, the thing is... the horrifying thing, and I will admit it, is that the people just don't go down. They fight back, and that's where it gets gruesome. That's where it gets horrifying. There are a couple vampires that didn't want to be vampires and decide not to drink and do anything. They just naturally deteriorate. Believe me, when you get to the part where they just go ham on the vampires, whew, yeah, it is. It is a dark one. By the way, if you were wondering why I'm not clipping most of this, that's because most of these animes that I've kind of reviewed or haven't yet got flagged for the videos. Not dealing with it today. But this is definitely a very scary anime, and I really would. If you want to fright, this is it. Alright. And when I was making the list, funny enough, I totally missed out on one, but I don't think of it as more of a horror anime, but it does have really good story aspects, and there's 2 versions of it. So this is an honorable mention. Hellsing. The one, the only, the badass, awesome anime. So there is 2 versions. There is Hellsing, and then there's Hellsing Ultimate. What's the difference? Hellsing is basically, they tried to run with the manga a little bit, and then took off with it. Ultimate is more of manga, and they went with the manga. Fully dedicated everything. That is what they did with the manga. I morally don't think of it as a horror anime. I mean, it's got a lot of blood and death and gore and stuff like that. But it doesn't scare me. It's not a very scary anime. But it does, it's great tone, feel for Halloween. Blood, vampires, in this guy. I mean, to tell you the truth, but he's an awesome character. I love Alucard. I love this. This is amazing, and really would recommend it. Also, if you're not into something super scary, but you want to feel for Halloween, Hellsing or Hellsing Ultimate is just for you. Promise. All right. Now, what's my number one that every year, and I do dedicate every year, either on Halloween or around Halloween, I watch constantly, and no matter what, get scared? It is, and I promise you. And I've also reviewed it. Ghost Hunt. I know. If you've seen it and you're like, this is not the scariest anime, or you should even watch it during Halloween, I get it. But truthfully for me, this is just a love. I love this anime. And I will admit, every Halloween, I legit watch this. Every Halloween. After the first 4 episodes, when it really delves into the creepy, when it gets to the last 4 episodes and the previous 4 episodes, those are the ones that get me every time. I will also be probably doing a review around Christmas of the Christmas episodes that get me. But for now, this one, it's got it. Like I said, when you get to the last 4 episodes and the episodes before that, it's like 8 episodes, and it goes the Ghoul, which is a mix between a ghost and a demon. It's basically somebody who hasn't wanted to pass on and wanted to live forever. And in that episode, it has a mix of the Winchester house, which, if you didn't know about it, it's a house that a woman whose husband made Winchester rifles and guns built upon, because she thought that every person that was killed by her husband's guns would come back and haunt her. And she made legit, like, stairs that go into nowhere, rooms that just open up to the outside world, doors within doors, rooms within rooms. This one expands upon it bigger and mentions it by name. But it is really creepy. When I first watched it, I screamed. Now, I get tense every time I watch it. And I'm just like, But this is the anime I watch every Halloween. And let me tell you, if you haven't got to the last 4 episodes and, like, don't feel for other people or don't, like, interiorly hurt because of some of the stuff that happens, And I will admit, the 4 episodes that have the different school that has like kind of like demons eating demons, that's another one. So this series overall, I know I overplay it sometimes, but I really love it. And every Halloween I watch this to no end. With a few of the series that are in this list, they are very long. So watching it in one sitting in Halloween, you gotta get up early, and then it'll be past 12 at night for you to finish all of these ones. This one's not too bad, and I really enjoy this. So, if you like this video, definitely leave me a like down below, and definitely leave a comment if you like more of these top 5 anime. I will be kind of doing them more around holiday seasons, or like my birthday, like top 5 Wolfy anime, or top 5 anime that Wolfy-Chan really likes. All that good stuff. I will be doing those kind of more in November and December. But if you like these, or if you think I should make a longer or bigger list, definitely tell me in the comment section below. And definitely, if you like any of these animes, like any of these characters, what's your favorite episode from any of these in the top 5? For me, I love them all. So I hope that you are having a wonderful Halloween, and I really hope that you are safe. Be careful out there. Definitely have any reflective. If you're like me and you're over 21, careful going to bars, especially in like this town where I live in a town that you can just walk down to a bar and walk home. Just be careful, I want you to be safe, ghouls and goblins and ghosts, because hey, I want you to be safe. Even though I'm a mix between Wolfy Halloween person. Get home safe this Halloween. Wolfy-Chan out. Bye.